Well, anyway, fans, I'm back with another video reviewing episode 8, I think, of Chainsaw Man, which is the Katana Man arc. The Katana Man arc. If you don't know, I actually already read this arc in the manga, so go check my review out on my manga channel, Pegasus Kill, if you want to know more about it, or just wait for more episodes of the drop. I'm not sure if this is going to close out the season or not, or they're going to add or close it out with another arc. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. But I can say Katana Man is a great arc. As you know, I read it. It's a great arc. I just enjoyed how amazing the action was. I was so drawn to it. Pun not intended. Yeah, because it's a manga. Anyway, that's the first time I actually be drawn into action for a manga. Like I said many times before, I don't hate manga. I like them, but I just prefer anime more because how it draws me into its action. Chainsaw Man was actually the first time I got absorbed into the action of reading a shonen manga. So I really did like it. That proves something. Now, like I said, you can read the manga on the Shonen Jump app or buy some physical copies if there's some available. I don't know really. I decided to check the series out, by the way, when anime was announced. So anyway, this is a good episode. You know, it doesn't end on a cliffhanger that the manga did for the before the change when all this arc starts. It still has a great ending. And I'm also done the real on time because the episode opens up with some anime only scenes. Because I actually did read the manga, and I know those are anime only. Because, well, it's slightly a recap. It's when Himena's bringing Denji into a drunk Himena's bringing unconscious Denji into her apartment. It's interesting. But it's also it's likely done to fill up the runtime. So they don't have this, because if this arc is the season finale, that means it will, well, and again, the arc might end with Bomb Girl arc, which is like only 9 chapters long. So I will continue reading more Chainsaw Man arcs up to the arc that recently released. Once that's all over, I can read through it and give my opinions. And wait for the next arc. This one's probably going to be a long one, 20 chapters, I think. So that's going to might take a little while. What else? Anyway, we've had to skip most of this. Guess it's unnecessary. If you want to see all of it, just watch the episodes. And we see this point of where the last episode left off from Himena's perspective. You know, her point of view. So she offers to have sex with Denji. And she's not sure if he should refuse or not. Himena's drunk. No way she'd do that with a minor. Denji's 16. If you didn't know. IKA 16. I thought he was really 18 or something. Makes sense to be an adult, like 18 years old. And he's still a freaking high schooler. He's never been to high school because of his parents. They're dead. They're dead. Because I do appreciate his Japanese actor. And when I heard the dubs as well, I like his dub actor too. So far, that is. Because I don't have... Most of the dub clips I've seen don't really have him speak much. Alright. This arc is going to have a unique, interesting scene between Denji and Hayakawa. John kind of coming a little closer. But I'm not gonna spoil that because we'll get to that when it's shown in the shown later on in the arc for this anime. It might be in episode 10 or something. I don't know. It's an interesting arc. Anyway, so skimming a little bit of the whole scene. She finds a lollipop in Denji's pocket. Something Makima gave him when he went out of the bar to get some fresh air, which I think was part of the manga. I just can't remember. And you're wondering if I can't remember, how do I know that the scene earlier was an anime only scene? Well, as far as I remember, it didn't focus on that. May have to give it a little bit of a reread just to check. You know? Just to check. Right, if you're a dub-only viewer, then I hope these videos give you a good perspective on my thoughts on the episodes that not dubbed, that weren't dubbed at the time. Right now, the Security Devil arc is still being dubbed. Anyway, advice he got from Makima after telling her how he felt about his first kiss being ruined by puke. Still disgusting. I really don't want to think about that, actually. This is... Chainsaw Man anime and manga are not for certain mostly it's not for viewers with a weak stomach. So, if you can't handle gore or anything like that, then I don't suggest watching either the anime or reading the manga. If you can't handle that type of stuff. It's just a warning, that's all. If you can handle it, I'm not here to stop you. It's your fault if something happens. That's all. Anyway, Vice Makima gives is that, well, Denji has a lot to live for. To try lots of it. He's gonna try, he still can try a lot of things. Something like that, I don't know. They did not, and the end did not going through the whole thing. And they both got to sleep. Denji wakes up the next morning to Himeno made breakfast. She asked Denji if she did anything when she was drunk last night. Because a lot of people can't remember stuff when they're drunk. I don't get it much. Maybe because the alcohol affects your brain. So, you can't remember anything that's happened. I don't know. I'm old enough to drink, but I never had a single drop of alcohol in my life. Like, the legal age is in the UK is around 20 or 21, I can't remember. I can't remember exactly the age, either 20 or 21, but either one of those ages is how you can legally drink in the UK. Or was it 18? I could be mixing it up with American. I might mix it up with some American ones. My bad. So that makes it 18 illegal to drink. If I'm getting it wrong, there is. Anyway, back to the anime. Denji lies, saying that she didn't do anything. She resisted. She blames that girl because she'll be throwing the slammer for having sex with a minor. There's strict laws against that. She makes a deal with Denji. She'll help him get close to Makima. As he helps her get close to Hayakawa. Sorry, I don't know why I can't remember her name last night. Sometimes leaves my brain. Like Hayakawa's name, it took me a little while to remember it. I know a bit about Hayakawa. It may be a douche a little bit most of the time, But he's not a bad guy. He's interesting. Anyway, so Denji and Mino can become friends now. Their scenes kind of, well, I'll get to that later. I'll get to the reason why, but watching the scene after the knowledge of the manga. I'll get to that at the end of by the time we get to the end of the episode. Anyway, so yeah. Anyway, Makima is with a bodyguard, I think. I don't know. They're on their way to where they said they were going off. Where Hardcore mentioned Himeno, where they were going last time. Going to Kyoto, I think, or Tokyo. I can't remember where they are actually, where they went. Yeah. On the train, they're ambushed by people who were holding guns, shot and killed. That's where the manga ended on for the arc. We'll start up the next arc. Great cliffhanger. It's just shame the anime had to do that. What I think is that if they actually adapted that one, a bit of the chapter, the one chapter they didn't adapt, mini chapter, if they adapted that, they might have actually gone to the cliffhanger ending. For some reason they decided, Studio Mappa decided not to adapt the second chapter. Why? Well, I really don't know why. If there's a reason why, please let me know in the comments down below. But anyway, after that, we get some interesting music choice for the scene, as we see each member of the public safety group, of the public safety devil hunters, including the ones we saw in the last arc, one of those we saw in the last episode, are still individual cases, talking to people, or just walking by, not knowing that the people either they're talking to or behind them pulled out, had some guns, planned to kill them. We hear gunshots go off. The music choice was good too. How do I describe it? Like, well, I know this is a bad example, but someone's going to bring off. Like on the live action Death Note film from Netflix. With a scene where all the FBI members walk up the roof with some unique music, with interesting music in the background. It's kind of like that, but different. It's just hard to explain, okay? Oh, maybe no. I don't know how to sing that song, by the way. But it's slightly upbeat, yet solo. It's combined with ominous or something. I don't know how to describe it, okay? If you know how to describe it, please let me know. Because I'm not good. Anyway, their fates are left unknown. Because I actually do know what happens because I read the manga. But again, I'm not going to spell anything that's going to come after this episode. Meanwhile, Denji and the others are busy enjoying food. Some noodles. Where some guy sitting in the boot corner trash talks they're tasting noodles. Yeah. But this man reveals something. This man is actually the grandson of the fucking mafia boss that made the deal to kill Denji with the zombie devil. Wait a minute. Now here's the thing I just pulled off. Episode 1. Think about it. What? Did the zombie devil actually specifically ask for them to kill Denji? Can't remember exactly details of the episode, but if that's true, that means this Denji's been a mystery before becoming Chainsaw Man. I got it. Oh. Look this way. Chainsaws actually are dangerous. Don't touch them when they're on. You'll get your finger cut off. I mean, the man quickly pulls out a gun and shoots Denji in the head, Hayakawa in the shoulder, and Himeno also in the shoulder. Of how I should dodge a bullet. Epic animations are brilliantly animated, bluntly animated. Punches him in the face, punches him in the chin, knocking him out of the building. And Hayakawa quickly summons Cone. Here's him. Cone's pissed, a little bit pissed at Hayakawa, because he tastes disgusting. And so this guy's no ordinary man. Look, it's not because he's the grandson of a mafia boss. He's also a human devil hybrid, not a fiend, obviously. Because if it was a fiend, he wouldn't mention anything about. Like if he was a fiend, it would be a different person, right? Different mind and body, personality in one body. In a body, you know, something like power. So wait. Since he possessed human corpses. Let's get me curious. Power's body. Who did it belong to? Like the sketch of an episode 3, 2, 3. The sketch of that. Basically say that fiends are devils that possess corpses. So that means Power's corpse. Power's body is actually someone who died. Actually, we might get expansion on that girl in the future. Like, it might get expanded in the future, but anyway. This man's a katana devil. The Japanese swords. Doesn't really look like katanas though. A katana blade is more thinner in the line. You know? It's slightly thinner. Oh, regular sword is more bulkier in the edge, in the blade. You know? So I wouldn't really call it a katana devil. More of a sword devil. You know, he gets called samurai later in the arc by a character we will get to. A female injured and Denji supposedly dead for now, temporarily dead. Hayakawa has no choice but to fight the katana devil. He uses that sword that shows his lifespan. Interesting enough, it looks like a nail. Kind of like Nobara's curse ability on Jujutsu Kaisen, where she uses nails and a hammer spews with cursed energy. It's kind of like voodoo things, you know? You do this to a voodoo doll. It must be 3 cuts. And it's pretty cool. Selena got but it turns out there's a girl who's on Katana Devil's side, and he's not even dead. She basically tells him to kill him. Hayakawa prepares to bend himself, but Katana Man is pretty fast. Even faster than Byakuya Kuchiki on Bleach. At least in the first arc. It's kind of like flashed out when it first appeared. Well, Byakuya never just. Well, you kind of see this in media or something. On certain characters, how do I expect? Speed. Basically, you don't see when someone gets killed. They get killed in instant without realizing they get killed. Like instant when someone just goes, psh, not a moment. Yeah, I think you get what I'm talking about. it's pretty impressive. But luckily, Hayakawa is still alive. Keep him alive. Himeno has no choice but to ask the help from the Ghost Devil by giving up all of her, giving him everything, while he gives her everything. That means she will be dead. So she does her best, but failed a bit, because that girl has a snake contract with Snake Devil. She gives one last ice to Hayakawa before she dies, telling him not to be sad and stuff, and not to die. As she's gone. And the episode ends on that epic cliffhanger. I think that was a good choice to end there, actually. That moment was a good choice to end on that moment. Anyway. That's what I'm going to talk about. When I read the manga, I wasn't actually expecting her to die. Like, seriously, we only just got to know her in the previous arc. And she gets killed off straight away. That was disappointing. It's kind of like Jujutsu Kaisen's opening. It misleads the audience. Jujutsu Kaisen's opening is slightly misleading. Because Yuji's grandpa appears in it, along with Junpei. But they get killed. They die in the season though, in their first appearances. Like Yuji's grandma dies in episode 1 of the anime. And Junpei dies later on in the versus Mahito arc. Which is now the second arc of the anime. Because the Curse Training arc is being combined with the Curse Womb arc. So yeah, it misleads the audience. And seriously, I really wasn't expecting Himeno to die. We kind of didn't have much time to get to know her. Her motivations. We know she wants to kill the Gun Devil. But why? Because it kills someone going to her? What else? So yeah, that moment when she was talking to Denji early on, when in the morning that is, not the whole thing at night, was a pretty sweet moment. If you have knowledge of what's gonna happen. Like when I read it in the manga, it caught me off guard that she died. But yeah, this is the start of the Katana Man arc. I enjoyed seeing the animation. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Enjoy my content. Please hit the thumbs up button. Want to see more subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, be up to date or videos that come in the future. See you guys later for Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush, I hope. Anyway, thank you guys. I'll see you all next time. Oh, one more thing. It's being confirmed the name of the next season of Pretty Cure. As you notice, I changed my channel, but the image on my channel. You know, the cover. Sorry, I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, that's a new Pretty Cure logo. It's all over the internet. It's been confirmed by Toy. The website's supposedly open now. So we'll learn more about it in the next 2 months. Sometime throughout December and early January. We'll get to know them throughout December. But anyway, thank you guys. I'll see you all next time. Properly. Phoenix out.